Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. Yes, today we have a home battle. Yeah, it's a German single malt whiskey. St. Kilian whiskey made in Germany. And it's I think it's a West Franconian or North Franconian, they even say. It's a Franconian whiskey from Rüdenau, which is at the very, very north of Bavaria, just south of Frankfurt. So if you land in Frankfurt and you have a very long delay, then you can just go out, have a look at this distillery. It's a very, very nice distillery. It's a bit of a small distillery, but they are doing really, really, really serious business. They have Scottish fourth size stills with a capacity of 6,000 liters, and now they are already a few years old now, and now they do have single malt whiskey. This here is now called the 4, and the 4 is a single malt whiskey, so it's more than 3 years old, and it's the 2016 edition. So the spirit was filled into casks in 2016. And the interesting thing is, this here is one of their smoky whiskies. They actually got their malt from England, from Scotland, from Glen Esk, the maltings from Glen Esk. And this gives the whiskey a really, really malty character, as they're going for 54 ppm of phenols, which is pretty high. This is above normal for an Islay whiskey. It's 48% ABV, distilled 2016, bottled 2020, and they only go with 0.5 liter bottles because, yeah, they're not that well known and people are a bit hesitant to buy one of these bottles. And if the bottle is smaller, then yeah, the price is lower and people are a bit more interested in buying their stuff just to try it out with a smaller size. What's new with the 4 is they do have a maturation in PX and Oloroso sherry cask, and they even say what kind of maturation they do have on the back. It's 51% PX sherry and 49% Oloroso sherry. The whole thing has 48% ABV, which is 96 proof. And up to now, they produce pretty lovely whiskies. But always keep in mind, yes, it's just a 3-year-old whiskey, so it's not that much of a, it's not an old whiskey. It's a bit of a younger whiskey, but they do have a bit of a promising start. Yeah, it's a nice and smoky one. So yeah, lovely peat smoke. And this is one of these damp peat smokes with a lot of sweetness that feels like a ham. So it's one of these smokiness that you know from the old cellars where there's a Italian ham hanging. That's what that reminds me of. A bit of a dried fruit berry touch, so definitely a sherry cask. Definitely one of these typical sherry casks. Flavor also has a lot of smoke in it, and a lot of smoke. Also, these lovely characters from the sherry cask. So it's a dried fruit, a bit of caramel in there as well. Don't know where that comes from. Plums, figs, dates, but an overwhelming smokiness. and there's a bit of a freshness to it. You realize it's not one of these old, damp, very mature whiskeys, but it doesn't have many flaws in it, but you do realize it doesn't have the maturity of, let's say, 12-year-old whiskey, which you don't expect from a 3-year-old whiskey. So yeah, it's a lovely 3-year-old whiskey. So the guys at St. Kilian, they really took a lot of money into their hands. They learned a lot. They got a lot of expertise. So it's a really, really good product that is still young. Also the freshness and the youth, they even that they are enhanced by this 48% ABV. And what is really interesting is when you have a very young whiskey with a high strength ppm, then you do have more ppm. The phenols, they are a bit lighter. They also tend to evaporate during the maturation process. So this here is it will come to very close to this 54 ppm, although you do have a bit of a fluctuation within the distillation process as well. And so it comes very close. So it's a really smoky whiskey. It's a lovely drum for everybody who doesn't insist on the very old age of a whiskey. Very good drum then. So yeah, if you ever come to Germany or find this on any airport or any other marketplace near you, maybe they find themselves into the international markets as well, then have a look at it. It's a lovely distillery, and I'm really excited what happens to these guys within 7-8 years. There will be pretty much a good 10-year-old whiskey coming up. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. If you found this video interesting, then please feel free to share it with your friends, and see you next time.